Hey, Tad.
Yes, GeePM.
Let me tell you about that time I started a streaming website, and then we all went down to Florida together.
I remember this stream website. Almost like I met these chuckle fucks from it.
Yeah.
Almost like all of us met each other there.
Yeah.
Well, except for me and you, who are brothers in real life.
No.
Wait, are we? I would say we really met each other via the fine streaming emporium hosted by our very own best friend, GeePM.
Yeah,
aka Alex.
Make sure you,
aka big money Twitch celebrity.
Make sure you refer to me as best friend GeePM at all times going forward from now on.
Yes, best friend GeePM.
Yes, best friend GeePM.
As we gravel at the foot of this mountain.
God.
So, real talk, I was fucking surprised because I left to go to Japan, and then I think you like sent me a message, or I saw you on Twitter, and you had like 8,000 followers or some shit. I was like, oh, wait, what the fuck? GeePM's popular?
It's hardly
that asshole.
that asshole that banned me.
I only got banned once.
I don't even, dude.
We all got banned once.
If you want to ask me about the intricacies of everything that happened at DatStream, even I don't fucking know everything.
So basically, on that note, what we are referring to is back in the wild, wild west of internet streaming. Back in the glory days when people had 20 viewers and just random garbage on their live stream. Like, how many years ago was it now at this point?
So I started DatStream officially, and this is before you guys came in the late year of 2008. I believe it was
2000 and late.
Yeah, exactly, 2000 late. It was around I think August, I believe, is when the stream anniversary is. I could be wrong about this, but this is even before like Livestream and Modulus. I did. Let me tell you how jank streaming used to be. Okay, so this is before like XSplit, OBS, Procaster, all that bullshit. So we used a service called Ustream, which is still live to this day, but I think IBM bought it out for whatever fucking reason because they wanted to cash in on something streaming related.
That Twitch money.
Yeah, hardly. So I downloaded a piece of software some of you might be familiar with called Webcam Max. And this was the only way you could get, like, screen region off your desktop. So I had to download this virtual webcam program, and then I didn't have there was, like, no way to, like, route your speaker computer audio into anything streamable, or at least I didn't have anything like that. You would need, like, an external sound card at the time. So what I did is my monitor had a built-in webcam and microphone. So I just turned up my speakers really loud and then had my microphone pick up my speakers. And the very first game...
Did you add like a unregistered Hypercam 2 manually in the corner?
No, I didn't. But
seems to be about that level of quality.
There was like a big like Webcam Max logo over the fucking stream. I think I later got like a pirated version of it, so I didn't show up. But yeah, and my very first stream was the Oregon Trail. And it's a game that's held a very special place in my heart. The reason I got the idea to do that was because back in the quote-unquote good old days of V, people used to do Oregon Trail threads, and they would just like post images or whatever.
You would just boot up the game and then, make a thread on 4chan and, ask people in the thread what you wanted to name people, and then eventually people started going, hey, I could just do this live.
Yeah, and I like to say I was the first person to do that, but...
No.
Maybe
the whole reason I don't know, dude. Probably. But the reason I got like to do streaming in general was I think some guys on V posted a link to their Ustream, or it might have been their Justin TV, where they like recorded themselves. Yeah, where they like had a webcam pointed themselves, probably playing Halo, and then they went to go get Taco Bell and then left their stream on for like 30 minutes. I was like, oh, I could probably do this.
So it was like a camcorder Let's Play, but live.
The multiple times.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So yeah, I did a little bit of that on Ustream at the time, and then this new service started rolling around called Modulus. And let me tell you, fucking Modulus was the good shit back in the day. This is around like early 2009 at this point. I created the Modulus account. I think it was gay_purple_man_streamin, STREAMIN.
That's good.
Was gay purple man
No,
taken?
I just wanted something that represented streaming, I guess. Or I don't. It might have been something like that.
That makes
That's
sense.
right, because you,
reasonable.
similar to me, you took your name from like an already existing
Yeah.
thing and then just kind of got stuck with it.
Yeah. Do you want me to talk about the gay purple man username?
Oh,
Please do.
Please
Okay.
do. I've actually
Is that-
never heard this one.
Okay, so in that same vein, around that same year, probably earlier in the year, let me give you a frame of reference. I'm around 13 in 2008. Just kind of
Right now, I'm around
I am
13.
13 years old. But no,
I started
Yeah,
streaming when I
13.
was 3.
yeah, I've been in it for a while. No, yeah, so back in like late 07, early 08 on V, they started getting these ads for this porn comic site, which is still up today, called Slipshine, and it's like a collection.
Oh
Hell
shit!
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and it's
God.
like it's a collection of artists who do a lot of porn-related mags. And
Hey, wait a second, GeePM.
yes,
4chan is only usable by those of us who are over 18 years of age.
Yeah.
Listen,
Are you
Are you
telling
saying
me
that all
that you
of us?
accessed 4chan before your 18th birthday?
I did some bad shit, man. Okay.
That's against the fucking rules.
Oh god, all of us did. Like, I don't think anybody on 4chan.
So you know,
I don't think anybody on 4chan in 2008 was above the age of 18.
so
I was literally 18 in 2008.
Shut up, Grandpa.
Fuck you.
hold on. So there's so a little side tangent about this. You guys remember the trip code user Donkey Kong, right? Who just posts Donkey Kong images?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So
yeah.
he is actually now a member. He actually does a comic with, I believe, either his girlfriend or his fiance or wife, and is a part of the Slipshine network and does a comic for them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he.
Wasn't he so bad that like his trip got permabanned, and if people put it on, they got
Well,
banned?
it's like he didn't even really do anything bad. It's just like it was just top quality shit posting at that time.
Wait, so using a trip code is bad to begin
Well,
with?
yes. Oh, trip codes are for losers, is I believe what the phrase was.
Secure trip codes are for jerks.
Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, off of that side tangent. So one of these comics, and my friend actually found me the original Gay Purple Man comic. That I spent years trying to find again. It was this ad, and I'm sure you could probably put this in your show notes or somewhere. But it was this banner, and it was this very large, buff, muscular purple man, and he had this shit-eating grin on him with like spiked blonde hair, and the quote was, "Come to Slipshine, we have things the ladies like. For instance, penises," was the quote. And so,
what did he mean by this?
and so everybody on, it was mostly like Co, V, and then a little bit on D, I'm pretty sure. Mostly V took off with it, thought this was fucking ridiculous, and they dubbed him the Gay Purple Man. Turns out the actual comic is totally not homosexual in the slightest, and it's actually kind of a little fucked up. There's a lot of abuse that this guy does to some girl in it. It's not cool, actually.
Wait, so you're
It's perfect stream name.
telling
Perfect
me
stream
that a
material.
comic on Slipshine, which is a collective porn website, is a little fucked up? Color me surprised, GPM.
Color you purple, perhaps.
Oh, I don't want to be
Don't.
colored purple.
But no, yeah, and
Maybe that's what it does.
fuck, you may be right. But no, yeah. So everybody
Don't.
took off with this guy because he was just fucking ridiculous. Everybody hated these Slipshine ads because they were really dumb and nobody liked them. Eventually, I think they had to cut the deal with Slipshine at the time. But everybody was actually super bummed that Gay Purple Man was gone, and so fucking
Bring back that ad in particular.
yeah. And so 13-year-old me was like, all right, I've never really posted on V before, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to adopt the trip code of Gay Purple Man and post in this goodbye
Ooh,
thread.
smart decision.
Yeah, and post in this goodbye thread and being like, I'll miss you guys or whatever. And like, so I started like basically role-playing as Gay Purple Man in a
Oh
way.
no.
It wasn't really role-playing,
Yeah,
but
this is good.
yeah. And so I was like, all right, whatever. That was fun. So I was like, anyway, and then a few months passed. I'm like, okay, I want to do the streaming thing. I already sort of established this Gay Purple Man sort of identity. Maybe I can use this
This persona.
yeah, this persona, you could say. to leverage viewers to come to my place or whatever. So I was like, hey guys, Gay Purple Man's back. I'm doing streaming, but I couldn't talk because I'm 13 years old and my voice is really high. So yeah, and then I started all that stuff, and then to come back around to where I was originally talking about, Modulus happened, and this website was really, really cool. You could upload videos straight from YouTube, like you could just punch in like a YouTube link and it would just download off of their servers like pretty instantly. They didn't really have any of their own streaming software at the time. They recommended you download this pretty complicated program. It was called Flash Media Encoder. It was this really convoluted, like, high-power program you needed, and you had to use a combination of a bunch of other different software to even, like, get screen recording on. It was a fucking mess. But I got it, and I got it working, and I made it work. Oh, excuse me. And, that was kind of the birth of DatStream at that point. After a little while under the... I think I, like, forgot the login for the Gay Purple Man streaming account, so I was like... what should I name the next one? So I was, and this was like around the time where V was calling everything like Dat Vidya and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just call it DatStream. And then that's sort of how that happened. Then I
the star was born.
Started adding, and then I started adding anime to it, never streamed on that channel. And then a bunch of other people were like, hey, I can help you out. Why don't you add me as a streamer? And this man, his name was Apostrophes. He was the second guy I think I added, and then there was after that was DCJ, and then those were the first two people I added as like quote unquote moderators and content streamers, and then from there
I remember them. I remember DCJ.
Yeah, DCJ ended
I remember DCJ.
Yeah,
moderator is a strong word for that.
Yeah, it wasn't really moderator. More it's just like we're just fucking doing shit on this channel because why the fuck not? And nobody knows what streaming really is around, like, early 2009. So, yeah.
Now, I've got an important question,
Yeah,
GeePM.
sure.
When's Retardy?
Well, Retardy didn't really happen until 2010. So, DatStream around, like, the summer of... Oh, God, was that 2010 that I did that?
It was like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Because that's around when I started joining.
Yeah, so late to...
Because that's how I first found the
that's how-
stream, too. I found Retardy threads.
Yeah, that's how a bunch of people joined. Yeah, basically all that stuff happened. The community had like a mini fracture. And I was like, oh, fuck you guys. And so I just like stopped DatStream until like early 2010. I was like, I want to get back to streaming. And so I like brought it back, quote unquote. I was like, okay, I need...
I remember that voice.
You brought it back as Mr. Plinkett, apparently.
Come to my web zone, I'll give you the Mario Party.
Oh, and to explain to those of you who haven't had the glory of what this is, what you do is, and this is a fantastic, like, now that we're all actually above the age of 18 and 21, it's a fantastic drinking
It's
game.
a fantastic and also
You
very dangerous drinking game.
You take any Mario Party game until like 9.
So up to 6, and 6 has the worst AI. The original N64 ones, they're a little cheaty. Never use Peach. Never use Peach.
Mario.
Yeah, Peach is broken.
And Mario on easy is still like busted.
Yeah.
What you do is you take all of the characters, you put them all on AI, you set them all to easy, and you make bets on who's going to win. And the AI make terrible decisions, and it's hilarious.
It is so bad. It is absolutely terrible. I've seen some whack ass shit. Okay, so I specifically specialized in Mario Party 6 because that was the one, for whatever reason, the one I ended up playing a lot on the GameCube. And this was around the time where I ended up getting a working jank-ass capture card set up. Like, it was my Wii going into a RF adapter where it would take composite in and then do RF out. And I had a TV tuner. Inside my computer. So it was going from composite to RF into my fucking TV tuner. And that was my capture card setup. It was disgusting, but fuck, I made it work somehow. And
you want to talk about jank-ass setups. The time that me and Daniel here streamed Stuntman.
Oh, man.
We used a Rock Band microphone to record audio.
Hey, man.
Because
it was pretty good. I think it's better than the microphone you're currently using.
And, like, Frog Fractions 2 actually recommends you use a Rock Band mic for one of their games.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the Mario Retardy was something very, very special that I felt like I came up with the idea for. And like it was sort of what drew people into this new version of DatStream.
I think you definitely.
So you were
honestly.
you the first one to do it, or the first that you're aware of because you never saw it
I was
before?
the first one that I was aware of. I was at least the first person making these threads on V and like bringing people in. And then like other people started making their own things like they were doing like the older games on like Project N64 emulators, and that was fine. But they were like doing like a bunch of like wacky zany sound effects and stuff.
I tried watching a couple of those, and they were so bad.
Yeah, a lot of those memes sort of came out of that with those older ones. I just kept it straight and just like let the gameplay itself and kind of go for that. But yeah,
we did big old tournaments and shit.
Yeah, I ended up making this fucking like ridiculous
too, right?
like tournament bracket for Mario Retardy. It was ludicrous.
I remember it was around the time when I was playing TF2 and I was into the black market for hats, and I sold it was a bunch of your items and a bunch of other people's items, and I made a prize pool and we had a big old tournament. And, I bought prizes for it was like you chose whoever would win, and then I just choose people out of those.
I remember that. That was a little
shit.
later on in the life cycle.
Yeah, that was
always
near
vote
the end.
boo.
Yeah,
Always vote boo.
Boo or Yoshi or Bowser Jr.
There is a one moment that lives in infamy in my mind. It was Daisy and Toadette.
I bet.
Daisy and Toadette. We can link the picture in the show notes, but
there is a picture, and I think it was either Toadette had like 0 stars, or it might have been the other way around. Anyway, this was a map where you could easily get stars. Depending on what day or night it was, coins cost different amount of coins, or stars cost different amount of coins. And this nighttime,
it was the gambling plaza level,
it was the gambling
festival plaza,
and I think stars
in
cost
Mario Party 6.
Yes, this is 6. Stars cost either it was 10 or 5 coins. It was fucking stupid. And so the AI, one of them has 6 or 7 stars. One of them has 0 or 2. And it's near the end of the game. And I think it was the person who has the most stars. They end up landing on a chance time space. And they end up swapping their stars with Toadette. And they just end up with absolutely nothing. And then it completely turns the game on its head.
Right. Ooh, that's gotta sting.
Here's the picture I'm posting in the chat for reference so you can see. Yeah, Daisy and Toadette must trade stars. I'm sure that stings.
I'm sure that stings. And if I remember, we just left it on that screen for we just left it on that screen for a while the chat melted down.
My whole body
went fucking nuclear.
My whole being melted. But yeah, that kind of set off the sort of new DatStream, and then I had this other thing with Wind Waker I brought over from sort of the end of the old version of DatStream, where it was I cheated early to get this infinite hook shot that would let you hook onto any an island that was at least a couple squares away if you aimed it right, and I just and without any sword or shield or whatever, and that was something I did that brought in a bunch of people too. But it was mostly
what was it called? I don't remember. It had a name.
Oh, that was Gookshot.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Kind of in retrospect, some bad naming conventions, but
Oh, I did. See, I thought it was called Gookshot because it was glitch.
It was glitch hookshot.
It was literally somebody mistyped hookshot in the chat, and I was like, "Oh, that's
that's what I assumed it was."
Is right next to it.
Yeah,
it wasn't actually meant to be a racial epithet, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
because there's.
Yeah, and
there's no way for that to work.
Make sense.
And again, for those listening, frame of reference, I'm fucking 15, 16 at this time, so I'm a fucking asshole around at this point. Yeah,
saying fuck elicits giggles.
Yeah,
so,
basically.
It still does.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, eventually, around this time period, the stream's expanding or whatever, I'm adding more and more people, and then these two chucklefucks show up, DJ Work Safety and Deadeye.
Hey.
As they're known as.
That's me.
They start
Deadeye 207. Don't forget the numbers. It makes it real cool.
That's what it was, 207. I'm so sorry, Mr. Big Dick.
Please, Michael, this is where you gotta do a podcast callback and say, please refer to me that from, moving forward. Come on. Where is your comedy timing? We said best friend, we did the best friend GeePM gag, you gotta do a callback. It's like you never even done fucking podcast
GeePM,
before.
say that again.
Big? Wait, hold on. Wait, how do... I gotta... hold on, I'm just... Big Dick...
You take some
Big
notes.
Dick 207, right? That's what it was.
Thanks, best friend GeePM.
Alright, this joke's fucking awful. Moving on.
I know.
But yeah, no, so at the time we were looking for mods, or... Okay, so everybody wanted to be mod and wanted to be a streamer on DatStream at this point, and it was more like, the way you got mod was like, either be really nice to GeePM or keep bugging him until he breaks down and eventually just says fuck it, and just adds you anyway. More often than not, it was the latter.
Yeah,
but I think
I probably should never have been made a mod.
You were a mod.
Yeah.
But I think, like, you two guys were some of the few that I actually wanted to add at the time, because you had I think I talked to you guys briefly, or, like, you had a good thing going in the chat, and you were, like, talking about streaming. I was like, oh, you guys got funny stories, why don't I add you on the stream? This will be a good hot brother dynamic. And
please don't call it that.
Hot brother dynamic?
Please don't. Oh my God.
What? You guys had, like, sort of like a Property Brothers thing going on.
Oh,
I wish I was that beautiful.
I wish I was that guy. Wait, which one is who's who?
Okay, so there's Scott, and then there's Evil Scott. Evil Scott is the one, the worst. The one that wears the flannel is the evil one.
I want to be Evil Scott. Fuck, I want to be Evil Scott.
And then there's the secret third brother, JD, that's never on the show, but they have a secret third brother.
They keep him locked in the basement.
He's like the secret third Solid Snake brother. He's like the Solidus.
Brother!
Yeah, basically. But no, yeah, and like I end up adding you guys, and you did like what, like 3 streams, and that was it?
Well, yeah, you guys did Stuntman, which is on YouTube. That video's on YouTube.
Please,
I'll probably link it.
It's so bad.
We did one stream together, which was Stuntman, which everybody seemed
on the
to really
PS2
enjoy for some reason.
Shit was great.
It was fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. I think Dan, DJ, whatever. He streamed a couple other games too, but I never did anything else.
Didn't we do a League of Legends stream once?
I got so fucking mad because this was like when League was like not only taking over the internet, it was taking over my best friend's life, and then it started taking over everybody else in the stream's life. So I was very anti-League at the time.
You were ahead of the curve on that one.
Yeah, I was, and I straight up banned like League and like MOBA streams in general because they were bad, and they were bad at the time. And the problem is, everybody on DatStream gets so fucking angry at, like, everything. Like, this is like League when was just trying to brew that really toxic, angry culture of fucking MOBAs. And so, it's just like...
Like, to this day, we still refer to, well, I guess Tad started it, but, we still refer to as, oh, hold on, guys, I gotta go play League of Legends to taking a fat shit. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I gotta go play League.
But yeah, no, that was around the. But yeah, you guys did like a couple of things of that, but you never really streamed much together after that.
Yeah,
around the League time was when the whole scrub fight incident happened, which was fucking stupid.
Oh jeez.
I think I came in when Pikamitsu was doing shit. That was like right around there.
Oh yeah, that was when
he was doing his
power hour. We got that guy his fight stick, and then he like sold it to GameStop like a month later.
What an asshole.
That was a dumb time. Whatever, that was like fucking years ago.
So, what we can establish is that back in the day, streaming was way smaller, the communities were way more insular, and everything was fucking insane by today's standards.
People would have like fucking stream wars and like try and fucking break each other's websites and like get on their shit, and it would just like...
We had actual hacker fights.
Yeah, it was like, you know, like when you watch CSI and then they're having a hack war, but that would happen.
I'm in.
One of our viewers got like held hostage by some German hacker, and like this actually happened. And isn't a CSI episode?
Yeah, we were in a CSI episode where they locked out our channel and put a Justin Bieber video on loop, so our channel would get locked by fucking Rick Stern.
Oh
shit, that's right.
So I got this. Basically, on these old live stream channels, whenever somebody wasn't streaming, what you could set up was uploaded videos, like YouTube videos and things like that, to autoplay through the stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So even when nobody was streaming a game, people would still be in the chat just watching the videos and hanging out. It was more like the equivalent of a Discord chat today.
Yeah.
But
except there was like
YouTube whatever the actual
constantly.
content is in the background, and you're just talking about the YouTube videos.
And a little bit of a side note, this was when Modulus turned into Livestream, and they started to try and become a more professional streaming service, I should say. Because when they were in beta or whatever, they were known as Modulus, and they didn't really give a fuck about what you uploaded. So we used to just have like whole movies, like we had the whole first season of Pokemon uploaded and all of Lucky Star uploaded, and then we would just watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and those were the good days before you had to worry about things like copyright strikes and not uploading that sort of content.
Yeah.
Bring back task
I remember
block.
you had a separate stream called DatStream, and I remember you streamed Boku no Pico once.
Ooh,
once.
That one got banned fast.
Yeah, that was a time, all right.
Bring back task block.
No, never. God. Never.
It's the worst fucking block.
Never again.
Oh god, it was just.
But yeah, and like around this time, Livestream was like cracking down hard on copyright strikes or copyright shit. So like if you had like music videos or whatever, which was fucking stupid, they would just like bring your channel down because they tried to like be this. They started to shift more into like trying to be a news platform. That's what they originally started out to be as, and I think eventually. I have a contact with somebody who used to work at Livestream that I'm eventually going to get a hold of and talk to them. But yeah, after doing some digging, they tried to brand themselves originally as this sort of mobile news program, and just like the gaming community, quote unquote, just sort of adopted this service for game streaming. And like, it was because like Justin TV wasn't really like anything at this time. Twitch TV didn't exist. And Justin TV wasn't that really great of a service around that time, so like most people use Livestream because hey, this has like YouTube shit, like, you know, everybody was just using Chatango for like a chat service, so whatever.
Hell yeah.
Man, I bet Livestream feels like a bunch of fucking idiots. They let that Twitch money, like they could have had that.
They got blockbustered.
Yeah, literally, like they just did not invest hard enough in their gaming service. Like their customer support was fucking shit. Anytime there was a problem with their site, nobody would fucking respond to you. They only responded to people who like paid for their premium service, which was like fucking like $300 or $400, and that service was like meant for these, you know, portable news broadcasting things, which is a fucking joke in this modern day because you can just like start a fucking YouTube channel and then be considered a news source at this point. But yeah, it was fucking wild. Like Twitch just swept the rug under them, and then like it took us a while to even consider switching over to Twitch because we were very much like, oh, this is, you know, not like how it used to be. And we're just gonna.
We were the old hardcore. Like, to the best analogy I can think of is, it's very much like the esports scene where you had new blood, like MOBAs and things like that, and then you had the old diehards of the like fighting game community, where any attempt to become more professional or more open to the public, more more PC or anything like that was just met with huge backlash because fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we've been here since the jump. I'm not going to change anything. And in some ways that's great. In some ways you get some of the, you know, most straightforward content like that because you don't have any of those filters, but at the same time you're also killing your own attempts at growth.
Exactly. And like, you know, if I made that jump earlier, like I could, who knows how many sick hot bucks I could be rolling. No, it's not true at all.
Right, but you know, but like there was something special about the content that there was something special about having a live stream with 40 concurrent people
absolutely.
with all this crazy shit happening in the background. Like because obviously, you know, you go onto a random Twitch stream now where they've got like, you know, 10K viewers in them, and you're not going to, you know, become best friends with somebody that you met in the chat.
Yeah, and you're not going to have a meaningful conversation in the chat at all. That was the nice thing about, like, that's what, you know, like, me and, like, what everybody else saw at the time was, like, you know, it was sort of like a secret club mentality, but, like, at the time, you know, it felt like, oh, you know, this is just this, like, cool hangout zone for me and my, like, online friends to fuck around with. And, you know, and, you know, it certainly was, like, I've met, like, so many good people out of that fucking, you know, experience, like, you know, like, you guys here, like, I wouldn't have met you guys.
I mean, good people.
Well, good in quotes, I guess. Many, many air quotes.
Both Alex, other Alex, podcast Alex, and I met the majority of our friends through DatStream.
And I'd like to say, you know, like, I made some dumb mistakes with DatStream, like, retrospect, I think Bleed Block is one of the worst things I ever did. And, you know,
it was so good.
If you guys want to talk about Bleed Block, feel free to fucking...
Okay, I got this.
Yes.
This was my favorite shit. This was actually what got me to stick around. Like,
Same.
You know, I was there for like the Mario Party blocking thing, and then immediately after it ends with no provocation. Like, with no lead up or anything, the stream just ends after the game ends. He doesn't even say goodbye or anything. And then just a barrage of like an hour of the most horrifying and weird YouTube videos just start playing with the explicit intent of filtering out any of the people who came there from like V or whatever other website. It was like, get out. If you can't deal with this, get out. We don't want you.
It was supposed to...
Show's over. Get out. Don't let the door hit you.
It was supposed to weed out the weak. Like, it would just be like videos of like spiders and shit. It was...
and a bunch of other like horrible cringe shit.
Yeah. It was
and
bad.
like foam on repeat for like
god.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I remember you streamed foam for 24 hours, and I watched every goddamn minute of it.
This video.
I don't remember why.
I locked out all of the mods from the studio and just put the foam video on loop.
We should link the foam. The foam video is 20 minutes.
Sure, by now, like everybody knows what foam is at this point, but it was very much a video that circulated on like early V and then those like, you know, early live stream sort of days too.
It's so hard to watch. Even to this day, it is so hard to watch.
I'm so numb to that, man. You have no idea.
It's
I've become
funny,
so
like,
numb.
To be perfectly honest, this current podcast would probably not exist at all if it wasn't for Bleed Block at DatStream.
So thank you, Foam.
Yeah,
that's true.
Thank you, Foam, for existing, for bringing us all together.
Like, I met Rock and some other people from DatStream.
Tad, you know.
Whatever, yeah, Rock. But see, this is the other thing. Like, I am literally incapable of saying Tad without, like, giving conscious effort to that. Like,
because for, like,
Tad
6
isn't
years...
Tad to me, he's Rock. Like, that's his name.
Yeah, and, like, sometimes when I still
like, when we met to go see Vector, I had to manually be like, okay, Michael.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Daniel.
I was like that too when I first met Dan and Michael. I was like, DJ Deadeye, Dan Michael. Okay, I gotta do this.
So this is probably where we should would transition into the Florida trip.
Okay.
So we had known we had known Alex for a while, GeePM. We had known him for a while. And we were like, we found out all three of us lived in Ohio, because as it turns out, everybody on the internet lives in Ohio. This is a universal content.
It's so fucking weird.
This is a universal constant, and I don't know why. You go into any internet community, no matter how small, the majority of people are going to be from Ohio for some reason.
It's so weird.
It's very weird. But we found out he only lived like an hour away, like an hour and a half away from us.
Like,
and so
Columbus, well, it's more like 3 hours away from.
It was a 2.5 hour drive.
It was okay,
but yeah, it was.
We found he didn't live that far away from us, and we were going to, you know, we wanted to hang out. That didn't go through, and then this was right when, to put a time stamp on this was right when the Wizarding World of Harry Potter opened up at Universal Studios Florida.
To put a year on it, this was like middle 2012, so like right when I graduated high school was the plan. Is this was going to be my graduation trip, pretty much.
So we decided, you know, we wanted to go down there, but like me and Michael, we didn't have anybody who could go with us, and we were like, screw it, let's do a road trip.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, as you can imagine, I'm like, you know, 15, 16 at this time.
Were you 16?
No, because this is 2012. Right?
Oh no, wait, yeah, I was like 17.
Yeah, I was so yeah, I was.
Yeah, this
I'm
was
still,
5 years.
I'm fucking older than you, Daniel. That still like surprises me.
Barely,
but still. I was like,
but
I'm older
yeah,
than this
I'm like
boy.
17.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm 8.
Michael's like 20.
I just turned
maybe
18
21
in January that
21.
year.
I
Yeah.
was 21.
And what we had to do was attempt to convince our parents.
Yeah.
And go, hey, we're gonna go meet our internet friend, Alex. We are not going to use his stream name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Because, hey,
We're
what
gonna
does
meet our friend
GeePM
Gay
stand
Purple
for?
Man.
However, so considering this was still like, you know, back in the day a little bit, parents were immediately like, no, terrible idea. You never meet people off of the internet. What if they murder you?
Yeah.
And our response to this, like our mom was really concerned, and our response to this was, I believe verbatim, there's 2 of us and 1 of him. If anybody should be worried, it's him. To which
Now-
our mom replied, fair enough.
Now, this brings us to probably one of the most awkward moments of my entire fucking life, which was GeePM gives me his phone number because his parents demand to speak to me and to my parents. So
Oh, I
I want
forgot
you to
about
set the
that.
scene. Yeah, I remember this. I want to set the scene. It's me in my living room, standing next to my mother, and I'm saying, yes, I need you to talk to this kid who I met off the internet, who I want to go on a road trip with parents and convince them that I'm not going to murder him. So I talked to GeePM's parents, and they're like, hello, internet stranger, please don't murder my son. And I'm like, that's probably not going to happen. And
Probably.
and no promises, okay? And then I hand the phone off to my mom, and I have to stand there and like listen to the most awkward conversation between 2 parents that has probably ever happened. It's like they both think that the other son is going to kill their son. So they're like, hello, Mrs. Alex's mom.
Yeah, it was like a damn hostage negotiation.
It's so fucking
Like, once
weird.
you're aware that the other person isn't like a 35-year-old pedophile, like
Yeah.
you should probably put your guard down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh man. But after
That's when they get you.
So that went well, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "Yeah, it's not a big deal." The real awkward part was, Daniel stayed home for the first part because I was the one who was driving. Me and Daniel both driving.
Yeah.
It was my car, and so I drove to go pick up GeePM at his house, and I had to drive up, and like 5 minutes before I got to his house, I was like, "Oh, I'm about to meet some random kid off the internet." Like every after-school special said not to.
Like, you've seen pictures of me. You know I wasn't gonna be like 30 and like
What
fat.
if-
Oh, but yeah.
What if he's a
I was
murder?
catfishing you.
What
yeah.
if he's a drugs?
But yeah, and then so he pulls so Michael pulls up to my driveway, and he comes out of the car, and he's wearing his Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff shirt, and I'm like, this is gonna be tight.
That's what
But
you thought.
wait, didn't he also? So one of the things that was famous about old DatStream was how much of a little bitch GeePM was when it came to horror
Still
games.
kind of am. But, you know.
And so we constantly tried to get him to play horror games. And what was the specific
So
game?
it was this mod for Doom. I don't remember what it was called. It was Nightmare something or other, but it basically involved you in a forest.
Something Forest?
Yeah, there was a specific creature called the JITTERSKULL, and I'm sure you could post a picture of this somewhere. It was just it was just this like jump scare like chattering skull that would like stalk you around this forest and then jump in your face, and it fucking terrified me. And I was very
So
spooked
when
of it.
he streamed this game for the first time, he ran into one of these JITTERSKULLs, screeched at the highest frequency I've ever heard, and then just left the stream. Like he mashed pause, and then the stream was just paused for like 10 minutes while everybody in the chat was like, "Did he just fucking die?
So of
Like,
course,
did
when
he
I
just
got,
get a heart attack?"
Of course, when I got GeePM's phone number, the first thing I texted him was a picture of the JITTERSKULL. I went so far as to print out a mask of the JITTERSKULL and wear that.
You were wearing it you wore it when you met him.
Yeah, and,
Right?
and like I don't think I ever saw like pictures of what you guys looked like. I didn't know
No,
what to
I
expect.
never put pictures of me on the internet.
Turns out
Not back
Michael's
then, when I
a fucking tiny little baby.
I was. Now I'm fucking huge, boy.
You're wide, but still short.
Shut up, man.
Ooh.
The manlets will rise, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, then Michael picks me up, and then we're just like, wow, this is awkward, and then we we're
it was really awkward.
Yeah, and they were just talking, just shooting shit or whatever on our way back to Columbus, and then I made a mix CD, and then I think Dan, you ended up making a mix CD for On the Way.
I did
down to Florida, and it was a pretty good mix CD. But yeah, no, so we end up getting to his house. I mean, his mom or whatever, and I go to his basement, and there Dan is. He's just like, "Oh hey, sup GeePM," and I'm like, "Sup."
If you can imagine a bunch of awkward nerds meeting each other offline and realizing that oh yeah, this is offline now. We can't just spam shit at each other through the internet then leave.
So they call it they call it one of those offline meetings, right, Michael?
Yeah.
And then we all died.
Yeah. So of course our first thought is, well, we got to make a chronicle of these adventures, and then I believe we got some energy drinks, and then we went off to our local Taco Bell to get some
the
Dorito shell tacos.
This is just from that meme hit of that guy who did that video of ha at the Taco Bell, and then he did the scream bit. It was funny, and then we did it. It was funny.
Yeah,
Dorito shell
tacos. The thing was
Taco Bell.
Yeah, they were just mediocre. Yeah, I was really disappointed.
I was disappointed in the meme. Yeah,
it was just eh. So then we get to the long stretch of the fact that we had to drive all the way to Florida, and
just we
decided that we weren't going to spend
money. How long of a drive was it, by the way? Was it
19
hours? Yeah, we went to Orlando.
So the explicit goal here was we all wanted to go to specifically the Wizarding World of Harry Potter because hell yeah.
Yeah.
And for that explicit goal, we got a bunch of Death Eater temporary tattoos and a couple of Death Eater costumes, Halloween costumes, and we were going to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter as Death Eaters.
Yeah.
Fucking
we'll get to
the Dark
how
Lord
that
and
ended up,
scare children.
We'll get to how that ended
great.
up later, but it didn't go over that well.
No, it was sort of disappointing, except for the temporary tattoos, which worked out pretty well.
Yeah, those were fucking dope as shit.
I forgot my costume, and it was 3 hours into the drive, so we're not going to turn back and get it, and I made Daniel let me use his. Yeah. Because I'm the older brother.
Uh-huh.
And that's he's still mad about it.
Well, you see, the reason why was because Dan accidentally bought a child-sized one, so it was the only one that could fit you still.
Oh!
Do you want fucking go? I will reach through the internet and strangle your shit.
But
okay.
Yeah, while you're choking me, you know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be playing the new Legend of Zelda.
Shit.
Fuck you.
But yeah, so yeah, now we're on the long trek. I can't drive it this time, so it's Michael and Dan. They're pretty much just switching on and off every few hours. Yeah, and so we're just rocking out, have a good time, screaming the Proto Man.
Yes,
hell yeah.
What stuff did we see on the road? I know there was the people hanging on the truck bed, but yeah, I'll let you do this, Dan. You probably remember more.
Once we got, I believe once we got into, it was either West Virginia or Kentucky.
There were a lot of mountains. I remember that.
There were a lot of mountains and a lot of Mountain Dew.
Yes.
We're just driving along the highway, and it is about 9 in the morning, maybe 10,
something like that. We left pretty early.
No, I thought it was the afternoon because I remember.
Yeah,
was it?
It was the afternoon around that time.
The afternoon.
Because Michael left early to come get me, and then okay.
It wasn't particularly warm outside.
Yeah.
Wasn't a particularly nice day, and in the back of this truck going 65 is just a lady in a bikini sitting on a lawn chair in the truck bed.
Yeah.
Like you do, apparently.
Like you do,
We got some decent view of it, and we noticed there was room in the car. She was just chilling back there.
She just chose to hang in the truck bed.
Was her seat at least strapped down with ratchet straps, or was she bouncing all over the fucking place?
Know. She was just sitting in the back, just hanging on the highway.
No, it wasn't strapped down in the slightest.
Now, wasn't this GeePM? Wasn't this your first time leaving?
Yeah,
Ohio?
This was my first. Well, I left Ohio a long time ago with my dad, but this is my first actual road trip, going out anywhere. And so I was I was having a fucking great time. I was super...
Everything was new and beautiful.
It was.
To young GeePM's eyes.
Yeah, it was...
There was a
we stopped at a random rural, good old boy town, and GeePM was straight freaking out when we stopped at a gas station.
Was I?
Oh yeah, I remember.
He's like,
Yeah.
I got long red hair. They're gonna beat me up.
Oh, you know, I think vaguely I remember that. Oh, what the fuck?
You were like actually concerned that they would think you were some like long-haired hippie, and then good old boy is gonna teach you a lesson.
No, you were like actually kind of scared. Like, can we get out of here quick?
You're gonna teach me a lesson
Now,
to cut my hair.
I have a story that you guys don't know from this.
Oh?
Because,
Ooh.
Yeah, remember, I was the one who drove overnight, because I was like, I'm the adult, I'm going to be the responsible one. And so we were like screaming the Proto Man, having a good old time, but eventually it gets late, and we've been up for like, I don't know, 20 hours.
Oh, I know.
Driving
I think
straight,
I know
because we didn't want to spend money. And both Daniel and GeePM fall asleep, and I'm driving, and I'm like, I'll take the overnight shift, you guys get some sleep. Now what happens is we're on a highway.
I think we're in Florida around this time. Yeah,
we were in Florida, but not quite to the hotel that we were staying at. And this was probably the most torrential downpour of my that I've ever seen while driving. And I've been up for like 22 hours. I'm basically falling asleep after having a bunch of energy drinks. But what happens is we're driving for long, long stretches. And for, I think, probably about a solid 10 seconds, I hydroplaned.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah. I went across like 3 lanes of traffic with absolutely no control of the car.
Oh my god.
My hands are like
I could have died in my sleep.
Gripped, white knuckle. I start drifting off to one side. So what I do is I go over to the side of the road, and you guys probably remember this, where I went over to the side of the road, slowed down to about, I think, maybe 20 miles an hour, and just drove for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember
you guys
that.
Woke up and you're like, "Why are we going so slow?" And I was like, "Oh, there was some traffic. We're just speeding back up." But no, we almost died, and I never told anyone.
Well,
because
I woke up at that point. I'm like, "Huh, it's raining pretty hard." It's like, that must be why we're going so slow.
Thank you for not killing us.
When me and Tim were driving back from the Vector concert, I fell asleep for like patches of time.
Jesus.
Until I forced him to take the wheel, because we went all the way out there. It was like a 5.5 hour drive, stayed for like an 1.5 hour concert, drove back, and then because Tim had to work the next day, and we got eventually we did get back. He got fired that same day, so it didn't fucking matter.
Oh, man.
But I fell asleep, and I was just lost time while I was driving.
Would it make me a bad friend to say, I mean, probably fucking worth it, that show was sick?
Yeah, that show was awesome.
Yes, it was.
But so after the hydroplane incident, what was really funny is this isn't completely unnecessary, because we got to the hotel and it was way too early.
Oh my god, yeah, and we were just we called because we were gonna get there, and we were just like, Michael, please, can we just pay for the early check-in? We're so tired.
And so I think we ended up spending like $50 extra to check into the hotel early, and then we passed out.
But it was it was so fucking humid. Oh my god, I never experienced such humidity before.
It was disgusting.
we were used to, Ohio, so we're used to the weather going batshit crazy. We aren't used to it being consistent.
Yeah.
So when it's just humid and hot as shit, you're like, oh, it'll clear up eventually. It doesn't clear up eventually.
It doesn't clear up.
It's a wet heat.
Yeah, it's not good. You just feel disgusting the entire time you're there.
Yeah. We passed out, and then I think we woke up later because we didn't have park tickets for that day because we thought we'd get in later. And so we went and got chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
That was a recurring theme.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets.
Nuggets were a recurring theme.
Hey, let me tell you about that time we played Dokapon Kingdom and made Daniel go get us Chick-fil-A.
So, for those of you who do not know what Dokapon Kingdom is, imagine that you mixed Mario Party with Final Fantasy with Rock, Paper, Scissors.
And Monopoly.
And imagine that instead of, if you want to recreate the feeling of playing Dokapon Kingdom, play Monopoly with your friends. Except when you land on one of their spaces, just punch them in the face, go to their actual wallet, and take money.
That's pretty much it.
It's this game that I think it was like made and published by Atlas, or it might have been made by a different company, but it's fucking, it's a buck wild. It's like a rare ass Wii game. It's also on the PS2. You can emulate it pretty easily. Copies are kind of hard to come by, but yeah, it's
on the case. It says it is the friendship destroying game.
So that means you know you're in for a good ass fucking time.
Whoa. When's Dokapon Retardy?
God, that would.
I don't think it would work. Yeah. I don't think you can. But so we were playing the game, going around. You know, your goal is to go around this map, fighting monsters, leveling up, and taking over these towns to make a shit ton of money.
So there's a preface to this story. Earlier, I forgot my Wii sensor bar, so we ended up making Dan going to a GameStop that's inside some mall, and then I think later on I end up finding my fucking sensor bar anyway.
Yeah, so we had an
you guys sent me out for like an hour and a half to 2 hours trying to hunt this thing down in, you know, blistering bullshit heat. So I was pissed, and I was gonna take it out on him.
This is before any of us had smartphones. Like, this was before...
Like, there were smartphones, but they weren't that good. Like, I had a shitty Windows phone, so I couldn't really do a whole lot with that.
So we had no GPS, like, nothing.
No 4G.
We used fucking, like, MapQuest directions to get to this place.
Yeah, like MapQuest directions written out, and you guys wrote them wrong.
Shut up.
So then we get back. I get back, and they're just playing, like, Mario 3 or something.
What? I don't remember.
They're just like, oh yeah, we didn't really need the Wii sensor bar or anything. I'm just like, no, fuck you guys, stop that right now. We're playing some Dokapon.
Dokapon was bad.
So
it was bad.
What you can do in that game is the combat is based around a basic rock paper scissors. You can fight each other, or you can fight just monsters when you land on, you know, like you land on the same space as one of your friends, and you get into a fight. In a normal, reasonable game, you would just, like, knock them out for a turn or something.
Mm-hmm.
No.
This is not a normal, reasonable game. If you kill somebody in this, and the game is long, if you play the story mode, it is long.
I've still never
we've never finished a game.
You kill somebody in Dokapon, they're out for, like, 3 to 4 turns, and you can just straight up, like, steal their main weapon so they can't fight anything. You get to ruin people. It's brutal. And... so, there was a big old quest in the story where you needed to get a specific item and bring it back to the king at the castle. And of course, knowing how fucked this game is, you don't just get the item and then the quest ends. No, you have to get the item and then roll the dice all the way to land on the space of the castle. And only one person can complete the quest. And there's 3 of us.
And
shit gets real.
I'm playing as a thief, and the thief ability lets you steal an item if you just walk over them. So I'm constantly just like taking this item from Dan, but we keep going back and forth, taking this fucking thing from each other. So
the way that the actual combat works is that you've got attack, magic, and strike, and the defense has defend, counter, and some sort of magic defense. Mm-hmm. It works basically as you would expect. Like defending reduces the damage of an incoming physical attack. You use a magic attack to do some magic damage, and you use the magic defense to reduce the incoming magic attack. And you've got level ups and stats that you can put things in. But the real spice, the real kicker, is the strike ability, which
it's bullshit.
Deals insane amounts of damage, will kill most people even through defense. However, no matter how over-leveled the person that you're fighting is, like, you could be level 1 and they could be level, 30. If you counter their strike, they die. Yeah. So, but using counter means that you just take full damage from whatever regular attack they used on you. So usually, using counter gets you killed. However, both of them wanted to steal this item from me. I had the item. They both wanted to steal the item from me. We get into a fight. First up, it's Michael. He comes in. He goes, all right. Like, no matter what happened, really, I was pretty much screwed. He just had to go for the strike, but he was...
Fuck you.
Like, if he didn't kill me on that turn, then, GeePM might have been able to swoop in and kill me. Mm-hmm. So I'm just counter. He strikes. He gets super pissed because it wasn't the right thing to do.
It was bullshit.
And
There's
he
no
rants for
way
like
you should have
15
known.
minutes.
No way.
And I'm laughing my ass off, like, haha, this is what you get, read you like a fucking book. And then I was like, don't worry. You're like, I'll avenge you. And he comes up to me. He's like, there's no way he'll expect that we'll both use strike, counter. And now they're both screaming at me, and I've got this huge ass smug grin on my face, like, man, maybe I should get better at this game, huh?
Out fucking played.
Outplayed.
Yeah, but we got the last
Outskilled.
fucking laugh because we
They
made you
get
go
so
buy us
salty.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
They get so salty. I'm like, all right, guys, let's keep playing. Like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
We're done for tonight. It's like, go get us Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
I've never had so much Chick-fil-A over the course of a week.
Oh god, it was too much Chick-fil-A.
But it was so good.
They didn't even want to come with me. They didn't want to be in the same car.
Well, yeah,
They
because
gave me
we had
their
air
orders.
conditioning. We didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
They gave me their orders and they sent me out solo, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just driving there like, ha ha ha, grinning the whole way back. Just drop the Chick-fil-A at their feet, just like, here, take it. I've already won.
Dude,
Do what you must.
that reminds me, wasn't that the first time that you ever had sushi? Like, we went out to that nice restaurant?
Yeah, fuck. I think you're right. Or, like, I had, like, a good, like, high-quality sushi. Or maybe it was the...
But
And you got
the funny thing is,
violently
we
ill.
went to that restaurant, it was kind of expensive, and the sushi was really good. But then, after we were done, Jim was like, I'm still hungry, so we went to Chick-fil-A and got more nuggets.
I remember, like...
We had 2 dinners.
I remember we went to this place, and I was like, oh, I've never been at a real Japanese restaurant before. I don't want to sip in my miso. And they're like, no, you just fucking down that shit, dog. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, there's no spoon for the miso soup, you just use the bowl.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, this is too fucking weird for me. But,
You drink it like fucking Goku?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just like your
it's all-
Japanese anime.
Yeah.
Whew. So, onto the park itself, which was
Yeah.
banging. Universal Studios sponsor us. This place is
Speaking of banging, I still got pictures of me at this page, and man, I used to look fucking banging. Just thought I'd get that notice.
like
You need to listen to Swole Quest and get fit, bruh.
yeah, whatever. Okay. Anyway, get on about.
Wow.
uh,
Wow.
He's
Really
making
gonna
those
shut me
streamer
down
bucks.
like
He doesn't
that?
have to get fit.
we
Bro.
really wanted to go to the Wizarding World of Harry
Mhm.
Potter because it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the place was set up, it looks so spot on
And like,
with the movies and the books and
Yeah.
everything. We got butterbeer. It was so
and
good.
like, I wasn't even really
And-
into Harry Potter, so I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. But man, it was fucking legit.
I was.
Remember that
I
time?
was the one who was secretly into it.
Yeah, remember when we got to get our Shrek picture taken, but it was like $20 to get it, and we were just like, nah.
Didn't you stealth a camera
I
picture
think I
of the
did.
screen?
Yeah, I tried to. Yeah. Here, let me go to my old Facebook and see if I can find some pictures from this trip.
We got one of the guys in the SpongeBob parade to pantomime the my leg.
Oh,
I remember
that's
that.
fucking right.
My leg.
We're like, come on,
It
do
was great.
Oh yeah, that was right. That was
And
the
he just
fucking
like
parade.
goes down and like starts gripping his leg, and we're just like, yeah, place is awesome. But so Michael was the only one who got to do it. The rest of us got the temporary tattoos of the Dark Mark from Harry Potter, which identifies you as the underlings of Lord Voldemort. And people start noticing. We start like you see one of those kids who's like decked out with like the wizard hat and everything, and you just kind of like
You flash
twist
the
your
dark
arm a
mark.
little bit, and they're just, oh shit.
Now, you have to have some context because if you guys haven't been to like these Universal parks, like they do this shit legit.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a normal theme park. Like the Harry Potter section is completely in character. Like all the stores, they're all in character. So like they treat it like it's real. So we walk into like the candy place with a Dark Mark, and they're like they act scared,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, it was so cool. I mean, they still make you pay full price. for these things,
But yeah, Michael was in the full get. It was like the Dark Lord has need of these.
Okay, okay.
And then you
And they're
have like
like-
a handful of Snickers.
And
Yeah,
they're like, we have need of full payment.
Oh,
We're not
yeah,
gonna
that's
let you
right.
Walk out.
All right, I'm gonna
we went to
I'm gonna
the.
drop a picture here that you can maybe put in the show notes of probably my favorite picture.
Oh God, that's me looking stoned. I was so small.
You are so small.
No, I'm big now. Stop bullying me.
We went to the wand shop. Like where you get your wand picked out for you. What's the place called, Michael? Lore expert?
Ollivanders.
Yeah.
Ollivanders, yeah. We went into there as a bunch of Death Eaters.
Well, no. See, so
good.
Michael had his outfit on, but he pussyfoot at the last second because he didn't want to be a dick to all the kids and everything, and he knew it wasn't really going to get him anything.
They wouldn't let you wear the mask.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Like,
Was
they
that
won't let
it?
you cover
Okay.
your face. Yeah.
Oh, here I have.
Yeah, we wanted to have like
which
the
is
mask.
reasonable.
I got a picture of Michael wearing that outfit while we're in line. And there it is.
Wow, you do.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This is a blast from the past. Look at
Hell
that.
yeah.
Look at that stubble. That's bad.
So, and imagine
is.
wearing that black outfit while it's fucking like Florida heat.
It was
Oh yeah,
really
it was.
hot.
Yeah, you powered
It
through
was
that.
bad. But we do all this shit. All of the people who are working at the theme park, they're digging it. Like, because I'm pretty sure we were the only people at the park at that moment in time who were rocking dark marks
Yeah.
and just. So all of the staff were hamming it up for it. It was great.
Mhm.
But we do all of this shit, and this was well before me or GeePM had ever been to like Cedar Point
Mhm.
or anything like that. We were both terrified of roller coasters.
Oh, yeah.
I know, this
Michael
is hilarious.
really liked roller coasters, still does. So there's a roller coaster in the Harry Potter park, like the Dueling Dragons one. And Michael says, he comes up to us and goes, "Hey guys, come on, let's go ride this roller coaster." And we're like, "I don't know about roller coasters. I don't know."
So yeah, I'm like
They're
super
kinda
about like fucking roller
scary."
coasters now. I ride everything at Cedar Point now, but around this time, like I still haven't ridden really anything, so I'm pretty spooky. And Michael's like, "Yeah, no, it's not that bad."
Now,
Like, yeah,
let
it's
me
an easy
preface
one.
this. Because before this trip happened, I was the one who bought the tickets in advance on the internet for everybody. And I said, guys, it's a theme park. Like, there's rides. Like, that's why you want to go. Like,
Yeah.
you want to ride the roller coasters. Everyone was like, yeah, Michael, that sounds really fun. Let's go do that. So then when we get there, I'm like, okay, time to ride the roller coasters. They're like, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to ride the roller coasters. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
So
Is this the same park that had the Marvel section?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
wouldn't
We'll
go
get
on
to
the
Okay, see, I
later.
went to this park.
We'll get some of them.
Okay.
I've been to this park. It was before the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
So, Michael tells us, "Don't worry, we're in the Harry Potter section. You know, it's like a really popular kids series. So any roller coaster that they have here is going to be really light and easy, right?" And it's like, "Look, there's some kids in the line right there." We're like, okay,
And so-
you can't see the roller
It's
coaster
like a
from a
cave.
line
It's a
because
fucking
it's all
cave.
in character. The line is in like this big cave. They don't let you see anything, and we wait there for like 2
Yeah,
hours.
It was ridiculous. It was such a long
And Michael
wait.
doesn't let it slip at all. And then we get up onto the roller coaster.
No, it's like
and
we
it's like
start
hanging.
hearing the screaming.
And we're like, huh, that's a bit more intense than I would have thought. And then but we don't really question it until we get up to the line and we see it's one of those ones that's like hanging from the
It's
like
fine.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of the suspended ones, and we sit in and we strap it in and we go, "This isn't that bad, right, Michael?" And as soon as we get the click, he turns to us and goes, "I lied. This is the most intense roller
And
coaster
then
on
I
the theme
just
park."
scream, "What?" And then we get shot off.
Yeah, we start ticking up and we're just yelling at Michael, "You son of a bitch, how could you do this to us?" And then at some point we just settled in and we're like, "Alright, this is our life now.
I just
We
start-
might as well do a
I start-
dubstep drop."
Oh, I forgot about the dubstep drop.
That's right.
This was when dubstep was the hottest meme, and there's just one really garbage track,
The
or like triple X rated,
Yeah.
like, and we just do
Expert,
the highly exalted, yeah, and we just did that whole thing right up to the drop until I'm XXX
That's
bitch, triple X
And then just
rated, and then it drops.
Buckle up.
and then we
Homestuck.
die.
And we had no idea what this thing was like, and you go down the first hill and it immediately goes into a loop, and we're just, oh fuck. But my fear of roller coasters was based on a previous family excursion
Oh, I remember you
to
telling me about that,
Disneyland.
yeah.
And And like the first time I went on like a legitimate roller coaster, it like killed my stomach. Like it felt bad. It hurt. And so when we go up this loop, and instead of I just felt like I was flying. Instead, I'm like, oh shit, this is fun.
Yeah.
And see, I knew this. I knew that if you stop being a little bitch, you'll actually enjoy it. So I plotted and I planned to get them to ride this
Connived.
thing.
And then off of the high,
I was smug as fuck.
Off of that adrenaline high, we were just like, all right, you know how we bitched out on the Hulk one yesterday?
Yeah.
Let's go over there now.
The Hulk was pretty fun, although watching that cartoon for like an hour got really tiring after a while.
God.
Oh, remember when we rode...
I was young when I went to Universal. I was like 12. I think I bitched out in the Hulk one because it was a 4.5 hour wait.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm
so
like,
long.
I'm gonna ride the X-Men ride about 15 times with my little brother.
Remember when we went on Brendan Fraser's Mummy experience?
I love that one though.
Did you go to the Men in Black ride? Because that was the objective
Hell
best
that
one
one
there.
that one was pretty
Dude, we
silly.
were beats to that.
Oh,
yeah.
Because you had like little guns and you
remember-
shot and like you did like you did a whole fucking
So-
training thing.
Yeah,
It was
there
awesome.
were 3 of us, and we're all a bunch of nerd video game streamers and players up against, and it's like competitive. Like you get these little light guns, like little laser tag guns, and you shoot at aliens, and they give you scores. We demolished the competition. It wasn't even close.
Oh, I'm about to post a picture in here that y'all are gonna fucking remember everything now.
Shrek 4D.
I saw Shrek 4D.
Shrek 4D.
Shrek 4D was the fucking dumbest experience I've ever had. They sit you down in a
It was
theater,
so bad.
and they expect everybody to be wearing shorts, so they like blast like air at your legs, and it's like, oh, it's spiders coming at you. It was dumb.
But we were just wearing like jeans and shit.
Well,
so
I had shorts. I was the one who had shorts. No, you guys had shorts.
We rode the Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Dude,
Jurassic.
the Jurassic Park one, looking at that scared the
Dude,
shit
I
out
didn't
of me.
expect, I
because
didn't
of that
expect that one to
fall.
be that bad, but then I was like, oh, we're about to fall into this T-Rex, and then we did the triple X.
Yeah,
thing again.
No. For that one, we just shouted, "Yo, Skrill, drop it hard."
Yeah, that's right. I remember that one. particularly.
There was a constant of any time we rode a ride, we just did a different shitty dubstep
Well, it's because
drop
you
right
had all
as
those dubstep songs on that mix CD.
I did.
And it rained every single day, so we had to leave the park early most of the time.
Yeah. So I don't remember what day the whole Marvel incident happened with that one kid.
Oh, Marvel Kid?
Yeah, Marvel Kid.
Oh god,
Marvel Kid.
So like,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
yeah, you tell Dan.
Oh,
No,
you can take this.
okay.
You can take this
Yeah,
one.
so we're like walking through the Marvel park because we just got done with doing some shit. I don't remember what else we did during the day. But
we ate candy.
Yeah, we had pretty much candy.
We tried not to get kicked out of the food court for not buying multiple passes.
Oh, that's right. We tried to cheat that. I think we did.
We did, and we were super paranoid about it.
Yeah. But so yeah, we ate food or whatever, and then we're just walking around the Marvel area, and it starts to like come down pretty hard. So we kind of like take cover in one of the Marvel stores, and we're just standing next to this kid, who was like, he was probably like 14, 15, whatever, I don't know, and like he just starts like just talking like at us, sort of. He just starts talking.
In our general direction.
It was. We had to take cover from the rain, and we were stuck under this overpass. It was raining like crazy, and we were underneath some building like near the food court, and this kid just like, he sees us, and like he's with his friends or maybe by himself, and we're over here like, you know, we're doing the banter.
Yeah.
We're cracking wise, you know, making some jokes, and he's like, "Oh, I want to be."
And he's like,
I want to be one of
like,
the cool
what
kids.
do you think would happen if the lightning struck the ride? I don't know.
It's like, wouldn't it be weird?
Oh,
like, wouldn't
yeah.
it be funny if lightning struck the ride
We're
and
like-
the people died? We're like,
what?
As a
No?
joke, haha.
what? This kid just kept going on, and to this day, this is the image of that kid's face that I think of whenever like I'm in a Twitch chat or something, and somebody makes just like some really not funny, edgy joke for the sake of being edgy. I just remember the look on that kid's face of like, please notice me,
Yeah.
please laugh.
Please clap.
Please clap. Yeah, that was.
We actually decided to just sprint through the rain, getting completely
To get away
drenched,
from 'em.
instead of sitting next to that
We're
kid
like,
for
we
another
just
like
wanna,
10
we
minutes.
just want to go. I think that was like near the
Now-
end of our day too for that day.
Yeah. Now, GeePM, I need you to tell the story, if you'd like, about when we left the park, because we had 2 days at Universal and 1 day at Splat. I don't remember the name. It's a water park.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You remember
are you talking
that,
about? Are you talking about when we left the water park?
No. I'm talking about when we got to the water park. and I said, "Hey, GeePM, remember? I got these tickets for the water park." And you're like, "Yeah, Michael, that sounds fun." And then we get to the park,
Michael, I have something to tell you. I can't swim.
I look, and I say, "GeePM, this is a water park. You can't say that."
Well,
we asked him genuinely, like, "Are you serious? Was this an attempt at a joke?" We're already like at the gate. He's got his swim trunks on and everything. We're like, "You waited until now to tell us."
I didn't want to ruin
Oh
everybody's
yeah, by
fun.
the way, I can't swim.
I still had it. We still had a good time. We didn't.
No, yeah, we forced you onto some rides.
Can you explain to me how you don't know how to swim? You just like flail your arms around and eventually you find out like, oh, hey, this works.
My mom,
right? Isn't that swimming?
My mom tried to take me to the YMCA a couple times, but I don't know. We just never kept going. Also, I had.
Wait, can you swim at this point?
No, I still can't.
What the fuck?
Come on, man.
You've had like 5 years.
Pushing my hands down keeps my head up from fucking drowning. Golly gee, I guess it doesn't take much to be a swimmer.
You heard it here first, folks. If you need to know GeePM's weakness, just toss him in the pool.
Just toss me into a small body of water. There you go. You'll get my Twitch channel. That's how it works.
But you still had fun at the park because you don't actually need to swim.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like I was still like a little scared of like tube rides and stuff because I had a really shitty experience with one where I almost drowned in one. But, like, you know, you guys were just like, oh, let's go down this disco one. It was fun. I still had a good time. And then we got barbecue, and then it rained. Then we left.
Yeah. The barbecue was bad.
Yeah.
It was such a bad
Michael
decision.
was like, hey, why don't we get this all-you-can-eat barbecue? And then the barbecue was
God.
like... Yeah, it was cheap, but there was, like, nobody there, and it was, like, a lot of the food was gone, and the food that was there wasn't that great, and it started to rain anyway, so, like, you spent this money for, like, nothing.
Yeah, it was like $15 for all you could eat, and I was like, "We'll do this. We'll go eat there for lunch, and then we'll go enjoy the park more, and then we'll eat there for dinner, and it'll be like we saved money."
And then they closed the park.
Except it started to rain, so we had to leave, and they closed the park
because it started to light. There was lightning and shit.
It was like the first taste of the disappointment that is real life.
Yeah.
What else happened? Like, I know there's more awkward things that happened.
Oh no, yeah. The most the thing that stood out the most was if you meet people over the internet, you will find, unless you are horrifically socially awkward, referring to people by their handle to their face, you just go, like we would go, "Hey, GeePM,
Alex."
Yeah.
Alex.
You're like, I don't actually, because you're like, I don't actually want to call you like Alex, but at the same time, like having the words the words GeePM leave your lips is just like wow, I'm a fucking nerd. Like, remember the numbers.
Like, hello, Deadeye, too.
So bad. But at the end of that, we were just like, yeah, Alex.
Yeah. We got used to it.
Don't use handles in real life. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's as obnoxious as people who actually say out loud the word lol.
Oh God!
I've never done that. I've never done that in my life. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to hide. I just told a story about how I nearly killed GeePM and my own brother in a fucking hydroplaning incident. Like, I'm hiding nothing.
Speaking of almost getting killed, on the whole trip back, because of course. That was the other thing that our parents were concerned about. They were like, "Wait, so you're gonna go like 19 hours straight?
Yeah.
And you two are the only people who can drive?"
Yeah.
It was alright.
And GeePM spent like what, $12 on strawberry lemonade?
Oh yeah.
God,
the Red Robin.
We went to a Red Robin. He got like 5 of those strawberry lemonade
fucking tasty,
things.
dog. What can I say?
He kept paying for refills. The refills weren't free.
I think I forgot that the fact that the refills weren't free.
So we got the check, and his is like $20, and mine's like 10 because he got like it's strawberry lemonade X5.
Oh god,
it matches his strawberry hair.
God, I guess I should like also note like right before the trip happened or whatever. I was with somebody at the time, and this girl like was so upset that I was going to Florida and like I wasn't gonna be with her for a week. And, like, she found out, like, a week before, like, this was gonna happen or whatever. It was, like, a couple weeks before I graduated or whatever. Because, like, after I graduated, the next day, like, we were just fucking out of there. And, like, this girl was just... She was so upset. She, like, bawled in front of, like, her family and her grandparents that I was going to be gone for, like, a week and could not handle it. So I was like...
Wow, that seems healthy.
So I was like, alright, we're done with this. Sorry. And then I had the freedom of Florida.
You can't handle me at my worst. You don't deserve me at my best.
Yeah, and then
that's how it goes, right?
And then I had these two sexy brothers to keep me company for the whole week. And
oh Jesus! Okay, no, yeah, that's another thing. This is the gayest shit that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
So they fucked up our room.
Yeah.
We were at a Marriott. They fucked up our room.
Oh,
I think they just took one look at us. They took one look at us and went, alright, I see what's going on here. Wink. And so, like, we want to be a little progressive. We want to be accepting of your weird open relationship that you clearly have going on. And we ordered a room with, two twin beds and a pull-out couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right? What we got instead were two king beds.
Yeah.
Or two queens,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And there was no room in the room for a couch. And we were like, can we get a real room? And they said no. But we paid for a real room. And they said, fuck you.
Like, you can upgrade for another $100 a night.
Nah, I'm good.
So...
Nah.
We had to do the most awkward thing. We're like, no, don't worry, Mom and Dad. We're just like, we've already got the room set up and everything.
I've never told my parents this, by the way. We literally went from I have just met you today
now we're
to
sleeping together.
all right, we gotta bite the bullet. One of us has to be in the exact same bed as the dude it's the dude we know on the internet.
And I knew you guys were awkward about this, so I was fucking playing it up and fucking with you guys because I thought it was
he was
so
playing
goddamn funny.
He was playing it up so hard.
It was more like on top of each other.
Did you do it back to back or horizontal?
GeePM, you piece of shit.
I think it was more up to down.
Wink. Like my brothers, when we went to Florida, there was 3 brothers, and we had 2 rooms, or we had 2 beds. So like one of us would just lay sideways, and the other one's like think of a bed. Okay, it's like a rectangle, and you got like the long side, and you just sleep
There's a big difference between 3 brothers sharing a room and 2 brothers and some
brothers
dude
in
from
one
the
street.
internet. Like, I'm pretty sure at one point GeePM gave me a haha joking back rub that lasted way too long. Do you remember this? Where you're like, hey, let me massage your shoulders. And I was like, haha, that's hilarious. And then you fucking,
as a
touched my
joke.
shoulders, and I was like, this is really fucking awkward. Please stop.
And I'm over here like laughing my ass off. It was great. But
then
on the whole trip back, I think we're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember driving back at all.
I do, because we get back to, because we have to drop him off and then drive back home. So that's an extra, we've got an extra,
6 hours.
5 hours for us. Our goal was to get home before the sun rose the next day. However, that didn't happen because... Let me tell you, this is an entire thing. Let me tell you about why I fucking hate Toledo. So, we get in at 2 in the morning, or 1 in the morning, to fucking Toledo, and we're using a shitty GPS that is not, up to date.
Yeah.
And so we drop them off and we're like, okay, let's get home.
Toledo, being the wonderful city is always under construction.
The on-ramp that we needed to get onto was closed. We had no idea how to get onto the highway any other way. And it's 2 in the morning. We're in a city that we have never been in, and the roads are fucked.
And we've been up for
Nothing
like
in that
20 hours.
nothing in that city makes sense. There's like 5-way intersections, which they're set up
they
like a
don't make
star.
fucking sense.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
imagine like a
What?
star, and then just a
like-
center.
It's like Satan
And you're not
himself
sure-
drew a
Oh,
pentagram
you're
on the
talking
road.
about Warner's Corner. Okay, yeah, that place is fucked. They made that
It's
place
so
better.
well known. It has a name.
Yeah,
He just mentioned it's a 5-way intersection, and GeePM's like, oh yeah, that fucking place.
they added more lanes into that recently.
We go through there, and we just need to find a gas station that's open so we can ask for directions. And we eventually, after like 30 minutes of searching, find a gas station, and Michael's dead at this point, so I'm like, don't worry, I'll go in and get directions, because I'm the one driving at this point. I'll go in and get directions, don't worry. And I walk in, and there's a lady who looks like she has done about 10 people's lifetimes worth of meth. Like, she got a lifetime supply, and she was just like, she took that literally. Just like, just bring it on. Just keep it coming. She had 0 teeth, potentially negative teeth. And I'm not entirely sure that she spoke English. She was responding to my questions in English, but replying to them in meth addict. Which is a language, if you know it. So I'm like, excuse me, do you know how to get back onto the highway? Like this highway that we need to get on here? He's like, I'm sure I need to pronounce just for a highway. I'm like, got the word highway there. Highway. It was like fucking, it was like the Star Fox Adventures cutscene.
You stole. I was just about to say
Like-
that.
but with more
You
meth.
go down, there you go, rah, and there you go, murah. I'm like, it's 2 a.m., this is happening. I'm like, do you have any paper? Could you write down these directions for me? Nope, no paper. No paper. Mm-mm. I'm like, okay. Alright then. Thank you for your time. And I get back into the car, and Michael, half asleep, goes, so how you go? I'm like, we don't have any directions, we're winging it, let's go. Don't worry.
I think it took us an extra like 2.5 hours to get back onto the
It took us
highway.
like an hour and a half to find an exit onto the
It's
highway
not-
because our GPS was useless.
Honestly, it's really from where you guys were. It really wasn't that. You were about like 5 minutes away from like an actual way to get back onto
but
75.
it's
Yeah,
pitch
no,
black,
yeah.
and we had no idea
So,
where the next
I
on
know
ramp
where
was.
the area you
Because
were trying to get on was closed. It was Douglas. It was that fucking thin ass road.
And
yeah.
the thing is that we found another entrance onto 75.
Mhm.
That was the road, right?
Yeah.
We found another entrance onto 75, but that entrance was closed too.
Mm, yeah. That.
Like, it was this whole section that was closed down, so we had to go down a couple of miles to find the entrance onto it. And we couldn't get onto any of the like connecting streets because we had no idea which ones those were.
Yeah, I think that's
we
when they started.
just knew we have to get on 75 south.
Mhm.
And so we were like, we need to keep going until we find an on-ramp on the 75 south. Like, our GPS is useless.
Now, what I want to ask is to GeePM
Yeah.
specifically,
Yeah.
because I know when we got home, the air around our house with our parents was sort of like, don't ask, don't tell. Like, did you have fun? It was like, did you have fun? We're not going to ask. Like, I assumed they just thought we were like shooting up pot needles or, whatever illicit shit, because they didn't ask about the trip at all.
No.
It was kind of just like, that's a thing that you fucking kids just did. What was it like at your house?
Oh, it was pretty chill with my parents. They asked me how it went, what I did. They wanted to see pictures. My dad was like, "You didn't do any drinking, did you?" I was like, "No, Papa." He was like, "That's good."
Wait, is this just like the Toledo accent? Wait, were they not actually speaking meth, but instead speaking Toledo? Because
No.
that sounds startlingly like the lady at the gas station.
But no, yeah, it was pretty alright with my parents. They didn't really make a huff of fuff.
I'm surprised because it was a very awkward. Like, the
The fucked
air
up thing-
about our house was very awkward.
The fucked up thing is that we got back to our house, like we got back to the on-ramp to get to our house,
Mhm.
and it was like, 7:30, maybe 8, and we actually passed our dad going to work. Like, it managed to time up perfectly that we got off of the highway on the exact time that he got onto the highway to go to work. And he, like, I saw his face in the car, and he, looked at us like, wait, seriously?
There go the prodigal sons.
Yeah, and we got home
debauchery.
right when the sun was starting to come up,
And then you never saw him again.
or like right as it was like getting right up there. So getting home after being up for like 24 hours while the sun is out feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I never saw these guys until. When was the next time I saw you?
Right before, you might have hung out with Daniel, but I didn't see you again until right before I left for Japan when we went to Cedar Point.
Oh, yeah. What a good time. I missed Cedar Point.
That was good.
Yeah.
I think I have a picture of that.
Yeah, I've got a picture.
All of my other interactions with Alex have involved ridiculous bullshit happening.
Yeah, anytime.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. When was
Dude,
the next time we hung out?
That's probably an entirely different podcast right there.
Oh god, yeah.
Asen.
We'll have to talk about that on another episode, yeah, because that's a fucking.
That needs to be a sequel,
Yeah.
a squeakquel.
Squeakquel.
Fucking goddamn it.
Because the various adventures of me going with Alex to anime conventions,
They always ended bad
a couple
for
of these
some
have
reason.
happened.
The last one was okay though.
For some reason, they always end with seeing horrifying shit, me turning to you and saying, Alex, why did you send me here again? You saying, I didn't think it would be this bad this time, and then us going to go get chicken nuggets.
Wait, the
It
nuggets
happens
are
in
constant.
that order every time.
Our friendship is bonded over suffering.
When are you
It
going
kind
to
of
visit
is.
me in Japan, GeePM?
Give me money. Listen, taxes are about to fuck me big. I ain't
Put
got
that streamer money to use.
Dude, you need to just be like, hey guys,
No.
I'll take you to Comic-Con, man. It'll be cool.
God, I'd love to go.
Yeah, do it for the stream.
Do it for the stream. Get like a try to patch up ties with Livestream. It's like a news broadcast.
You know what though, guys? You know what my favorite part, the real meaning behind the trip was the friends we made along the way.
God fucking damn it.
And then you cut out right there.
Outro time. Hey, good friend, best friend, GeePM, where can the fine people find you if they want to see some top quality Twitch video game streaming entertainment on the platform twitch.tv?
Well, my good friend, you can find me at twitch.tv/ or / I don't think it really matters, twitch.tv/GEE.PM, or you can find archives of my live streams and highlights just by searching GEEPM on YouTube and search for my main channel and the Full Flex channel, where you can find full broadcast recordings of my previous broadcasts.
And be sure to follow him on Twitter, like, favorite, and subscribe, retweet for more, and subscribe on the Twitch channels.
Yes, do all of those things. My Twitter handle
Smash that motherfucking like.
Smash that motherfucking like button at GEEFRODO on Twitter.
And you can find the podcast at
The Podquack.
if you don't
Podqueef?
Podquack. You can find it at Let Me Tell You PD. And there's also a Discord in the episode description here where you can find us shit posting on a daily basis. It's pretty great.
It's a good time.
Also, watch Revival because it's really good and it's really fun.
Yeah.
Also, because for some reason the fans want it? Question marks? It's weird. Maybe a Patreon is coming through the channels in the works.
If you want to escape this bullshit, come join me in the anime and lifting part of the Discord.
Alright, so we good? We good, G?
Gucci Mang.
Yeah.